Hi, my name's Shane, we buy a motor caravan, so I'm just going to give a quick breakdown on what happened at the NEC show because there was a lot of nerves around it. It's not been the best of years when it comes to new, so speaking to a lot of the dealers, this is on the Friday, it was good to get some feedback of how it went. Overall, it's been a very good show. Units as of Friday afternoonish, never got an update on the Saturday and Sunday, but the units are actually up compared to last year, which is really good news for the industry overall. The profits were down on the units, but it's just great to see that they're actually moving stuff. I think it was a Thursday in particular, which was very good. A lot of people sat down, a lot of people doing deals. And there was also rumours going around the show. I don't know if this is, I don't know if this has been released yet, but of an interest drop by 0.5%, which will also make a big difference when it comes to buying. But it's really positive. All the salespeople were really happy that they've been moving stuff. There was a few other extras, a few extra bits that I've got to talk about. A few new models, which we're just going to have a quick, brief run through. First of all, we've got the new Fiat Cab. Looks a bit strange in the white, especially if it's got the black bumper. It just looked a bit basic, but as you started to go around and see more and more, I quite took a good liking to it, to be fair. Some other models that highlights for me, Deathless have bought out an XL family, which is a great big coach built. If you've seen the Burst and Argosses in the past, you're talking that sort of size, you know, big, will be very good for motor trek. Very basic, I've got to say. And I know this is going to sound ever so strange to hear this. It was about 115 grand compared to what else is in the range, like the Globetrotter XXLs and stuff like that, which are north of 200,000. It's not a bad price range. But like I said, it was very basic. It looked very basic inside. But if somebody wants a motocross sort of motorhome to put your big bikes in the back and everything, I thought that was a very good option. Then it will also sleep 6-7 people as well. Burstner Campio TD looked like a new budget Burstner. That's worth having a look at if you want something that's lower than a Lizio. One that really stood out to me, now it was £100,000 with the extras that was there, and it's a Loudons special, or it's dedicated to Loudons only, was the Swift Azra. Think of the Swift Selects or the Swift Carreras as they are now, but another level above. Similar sort of price range to an Adria Twin of today, but really look nice. Really do look nice indeed. What else we got? So we got the Roller Team Tolino has now been replaced with a Livingstone. It was a Livingstone historically in Europe. I don't know why it wasn't over here, seeing as it's a place in Scotland, but there we go. Marquis / Trigano, same group, for those who didn't know, same ownership. They bought out a new panel van, like Ford Transit sort of thing, called the Panama. I think they were all in white. Is that right, Heather? Yeah, all in white. Looked a bit basic, but you did have 3 rows of seating in them. So you've not got your standard 2 or 3 at the front and then your 2 at the back.
Toilet at the back.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So I had the toilet at the back and then it had 3 rows of seating also. So for somebody who wants to carry a few more on a day-to-day basis, but also use it as a camper van, I thought it was a decent-ish option. Another one that I liked on the Marquis stand was the Mobilvetta Admiral. It's a camper van done by Mobilvetta. Again, I think it's been in Europe for a while now, but they've just brought it over here because that's what's been doing well over the last 2 or 3 years, I guess. Maybe not quite to the standard that I thought it would be, being a Mobilvetta, but still a decent option. It's still got that yacht look to it with the wood around the van. For me overall, the big outstanding van, or the one that looked really good value for money for a very heavy van, was a Carthago still, or Cartago, however you want to word it. There was a lot that was very samey, but that was the one that stood out. In terms of discounts, there was a discounts available. There are some brands that have kept the price the same, but have put like 5 grand worth of spec, something like that. You've then got the likes of Heimer who have put the prices up. However, the base spec is a lot higher. So with a lot of the German stuff, you'll start, for argument's sake, £100,000. Your British equivalent might be £110,000, but you've already got the spec on. But by the time you actually spec up something like a Heimer, you might end up putting 20, 30, 40, 50 grand's worth of spec on it. So they've raised that basic spec because, let's be honest, nobody's ever going to order that and gone through it that way. a really good one to the way that I think about it is the Niesman and Bischoff, the Artos. I haven't looked for a year or two, but the base spec used to be about 140. But try and get one for anything less than 210, 220, it just ain't happening, because you're never going to order something that's 6 figures with no aircon, steel wheels, etc. So that was pretty much summary of that. There was a lot of people who did get some really good part exchange prices as people wanted to move out the new. One or two dealers also moved some used on from the show as well that couldn't quite afford the show prices. So that was, again, good to see that new and used was getting moved on. Still some 23s and 24s out there. I think that's about all we've got. What was the really nice Ford Transit, like a Swift Monza?
Oh, yes.
Yes, that was it. So there was a Swift Monza there in particular, which I believe Heather got a video of.
Yes, it does. So I'll link that.
Yeah, Heather got a video of that in like a really nice pastel-y grey, and it was probably the nicest van conversion I think I've seen.
I thought it was very expensive though.
They're all very expensive.
Well, yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. That's
What was it, in the 70s? 80s, yeah. So a lot of money.
Yeah.
It is a lot of money. But for me, the best colour scheme out there, you know, the grey on the outside. This one in particular. Also on the new Ford Transit, which the front end is a love it or hate it. The inside is quite... I don't know if I'm being right when I say toddlerish, with the big screens and just the way that the controls are. It's almost like a big Playmobil. Is what springs to mind. But the lighting in the back and the colours of the back was just incredible. I thought really good LED strips and stuff like that throughout. And then because it's the Tornio, I believe it's based on, means you've got the doors on both sides. So if you're cooking in the kitchen, you can pass something through rather than having to go around. So I thought that was a really good addition. For me, better than the Autosleeper Air, just by looks alone. So yeah, so that's about the summary of the show. Again, very good overall. Discounts out there. Manuals not as discounted as the autos, but it was really good to hear some positive news, and hopefully it continues on to the new year. I shall see you soon.